Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction to read through for Killing Bites chapters 129 and 130. Excited to finally get back. So we have a new volume cover, volume 25. Honestly, me personally speaking here, not the strongest cover art that we've had. We've had some like really good covers. I really like the Killing Bites volume covers generally. This is a weaker one, honestly. But yeah, we're kind of in the final fight, so I guess let's see where things go from there. Though it seems like we're starting off 129 with back to Shinozaki's group. Again, it's been a bit. It's hard to remember names when you're reading something once every couple months, you know what I mean? Or even if like I was reading Japanese, only reading like once a month, and sometimes they take months off. It's a little hard to remember the names as much. But yeah, we're starting over here. And there was something else I wanted to say, but now that I got distracted by that, I do not remember. So either way, Ozaki Koyomi, an origin beast. That's not what I read. According to the Bureau's records, she was selected at birth thanks to her remarkable beastification factor. Although it's extremely rare, Koyomi is indeed special. That girl's a natural-born mutant. Forget beastification. What she needed was humanization surgery. Through and through, a genuine origin beast. Okay, so she was born in hybrid form. Okay, chapter 129, there's no need for us to understand each other. I feel like I have to sneeze. Oh yeah, I remembered what I was going to say. I was going to say, because it's a manga, I can't show it on screen, so you just have to deal with the chapter number and the cover art on screen. Not really allowed to show manga. I would get in big trouble. When the girl was born, the tribal elders were horrified. Sharp fangs that were present from birth. Legs completely unlike a human's. Skin uncharacteristic to her parents' bloodline. And a powerful tail all made for a terrifying presence. And it was these aspects of her which told them without her needing to speak a word that this girl was the incarnation of their god. However, this god's nature was incredibly brutal. She devoured their livestock, devoured the families who protested, went out to the forest and devoured all the game, and then returned to the village to raid their houses again. Though at first they fell back on their tribal customs and dutifully performed the sacrificial rituals, eventually they began to think about getting rid of their god. However, even if you want to catch her, you can't catch her. And even if you want to kill her, she'll just kill you. Everyone just became exhausted as their tribal god had become nothing more than a nuisance. Meanwhile, God herself only remained hungry. Sorry, her giant head here distracted me. Very Land Before Time feeling giant head. Also, you all know I'm holding in what I want to say. I say it all the time. No matter what she ate, no matter who she ate, she was never satisfied. This oddly hollow feeling as to what it could be, the girl could only vaguely guess. That in this place, there was just no real prey for her. Everyone around her, both human and animal, were nothing more than bait, with no one to stand as her equal, nor even to have a conversation with, even though she had no shortage of food. It was a pampered, yet dull life. This girl felt empty, yearning for friends who could understand her struggle, and above all, desiring prey. And then he suddenly appeared, the mysterious Oriental. This man, like all others, seemed like nothing more than the usual weak bait, but for the first time in the girl's life, this was the closest she had come to making a friend, because the bait actually tried to talk to her. Not with the mundane local language, but in a manner that made full use of gestures and facial features. With this animal language, the man urgently said to her, "If you want to eat me, dig in, but if you eat me here and now, you'll never be able to enjoy feasts far more delicious than me." The girl understood well enough that if she followed this man, she would encounter some extremely strong enemies, not easily hunted. In other words, she would finally find the prey she was looking for. She did get her wish, but it turns out that being strong just isn't enough, and we see her facing down with Tiger. In the midst of fighting her prey, the girl realized. It wasn't just an encounter, but also a feeling and conversation, memories of longing for one another, and the inevitable loss of life, and we have her moments with Pure. The moment all of these things come together, the bait becomes prey, and the prey become friends. And becomes much more, 10 times more, delicious. We have the two of them facing off. I love this two-page spread. We have both of them smiling. I love the random dino men watching on. She leaps forward, goes for a claw strike toward the other eye, and it seems like Pure spins out of it and goes for another hound bites to the shoulder and actually draws blood. We have veins popping out. I'm sorry, Koyomi. I was wrong. And then full upskirt shot. Woof. Since Koyomi's smell was so strange, I assumed that we couldn't understand each other, nor could we even communicate, and so I gave up trying. But despite this, I didn't attack her vitals, because I still hoped, without evidence, that we could come to a point of understanding and mercy. I also hope so too. I kind of want Koyomi to be redeemed a bit. I feel like there's a strong chance she dies, but I don't really want her to die. Or there's also a possibility that Pure dies, but in the process of it, Pure kind of redeems her in a way and changes Koyomi's mind about life and turns her against the people controlling her. So that, she's still herself, but she's still crazy dino, wants to eat everything, but she's not working for the evil Zaibatsu anymore. I've learned my lesson for being so naive. I really don't want any of this, but I know that Koyomi really doesn't want to just bully some weakling. It doesn't matter, and she goes for the headbutt to the sternum, how strong she is, nor how hungry she feels. She doesn't want to hunt weak prey, because weak prey isn't so tasty. And we see her gnawing into her chest. There's no need for us to understand each other. Instead, what I will do for Koyomi is become a beast, one that, even if her eye is gouged out, even if her limbs are torn off, it does not matter, because she will never stop fighting. And she continues to just demolish Koyomi here. And we have even more of the spinning. Then, that girl, the hell? Just what is she fighting for? I think maybe having some different shots of them fighting, doing different moves, as much as, the thighs are looking nice here. We've kind of just had 3 panels of the dog drill. And now we cut away over to, I wanted to call her Uzaki as well, Hitomi. I know she is also Uzaki, but it would get confusing to call everyone that. Hitomi fighting the one of the dino men there. She slices through his throat, charges forward. Oh, wow, the pair of them all alone really defeated a lot of those dino men. And we see freaking Cobra also choked a bunch of them out. Those guys were too easy, weren't they, big sis? Well, maybe they're too weak, or maybe you and I are just too strong. Definitely, seems like this lot was pretty lacking. Oi, Nomoto. Yes? Give me a ride. What do you mean? I mean, where to? Naturally. We're going to the venue for the final match. What? What for? Based on what Onuma told us, it looks like there isn't going to be any more matches. Shut up. Enough of these fakers. I'm gonna fight the real thing, Koyomi Uzaki. I don't know how controversial this is. I just want the fight between Pure and Koyomi. I've kind of moved on from Hitomi. Hitomi, after the betrayal at the end of part 1, I'm just kind of like, screw it, I don't need you anymore. First off, the betrayal and everything. Second off, her relationship to Shido, I think, is the doctor, who sucks. I don't like him. He sucks. Like, I feel like some of the backstories are meant to make us like him, but I don't like him. Screw that guy. And now, like, she hasn't really done anything too exciting to me, except for it was really cool that she lost her fights, but she lost her fights. I don't need to see Hitomi interrupt the, like, what seems like really cool final battle. I mean, if it helps things work out so that everybody gets to survive, that's good, because I want everybody to survive, but, I really don't need her interrupting the fight. Like, this is supposed to be like a hype chapter end and everything, but I don't really need Koyomi involved, or I don't really need Hitomi involved. And then, okay, looking through the usual stuff at the end, and yeah, I guess, you know, let's go read the next one since we get a next one. What the heck? That was only like 11 minutes. All right, chapter 130. We're starting off still with the drill, and then Koyomi kicks out and goes for the claw strike to the face again. And this time it's avoided, but she takes Pure's arm off. And we kind of had the setup for that last chapter where she's like, even if an eye gets gouged out or a limb gets torn off, and now we're having it. She manages to regain her composure and dodge backwards. Lots of ass shots. I mean, I feel like a lot of people would complain about that because they don't actually like anime and manga. But as somebody who actually likes anime and manga, yes, please, nice. And then we have a wound to the chest of Koyomi. She's breathing heavily. Why? Why doesn't she run? You'll have to kill me, right? Is the name of the chapter. And she's growling. There's no way she can win. She knows that, right? So why won't she admit defeat? That dog, what on earth is she fighting for? Beagle, somebody else. I don't think she feels that outmatched so far. Sure, she's down an arm and an eye, but I feel like she's been pulling out some wins. I still feel like don't rule her out. Like one good bite to the throat is all it really takes, you know? And then, Beagle, you can do it, Beagle. And then somebody's transformed back into a naked man to cheer. Oi, whose side are you on here? And transforming out of your form. Hey, why are you crying? Wait, huh? Me too? What is this? What are these tears? Ah, shit. Fuck. I don't get this at all, but do your best, Beagle. Beagle, and everyone's transforming into naked men to cheer for her. Then, the animal known as the dog, having diverged from wolves 40,000 years ago, has since lived under the protection of mankind as livestock. While for others living 115 million years ago, it was 7 million years of eat or be eaten. Compared to these dinosaurs, the environment dogs live in is far more soft and warm. However, it's thanks to this warmth that makes dogs different to every other animal. They learn to hunt, not in order to feed themselves, but for play. By the standards of the harsh natural world, this is strange behavior to say the least. By making humans their friends, dogs have come to see fighting as a goal, rather than a means to survive. Thus, their goal is not to survive, but to go and retrieve the ball their master throws over and over again, to stand up again and again, to hang on again and again, and to keep fighting as long as you live. This is the very essence of the word daring. I love the mangaka taking time out of his life to glaze beagles, to just hype up dogs as often as possible. Genes are the memories of challenges faced by those who have confronted difficult situations and fought against endlessly harsh circumstances. Even those whose primitive genes have been forcibly awakened to become dino men, when witnessing the beagle bravely facing a battle with little chance of winning, can't help but recall the genetic memories of their own humanity, of the time when they were once nothing more than weak monkeys. Small wonder that all of them were moved to tears, but The laws of nature are forever cruel. So if you think that with a single cheer the positions of the strong and the weak can be swapped, and the outcome of this match can miraculously be reversed, then I'd say killing bites isn't so generous. You know? If it's working on them, though, we had the humanization surgery happen on Koyomi. Can Koyomi, become more human, more warm, so to speak? Not good. After all that, she's just fine. If anything, she's even hungrier, and her energy's through the roof. She looks nowhere near to being defeated. Again, very dangerous. Well, of course. In so many ways, very dangerous. The Deinonychus was a creature that hunted many gigantic dinosaurs, a real monster amongst monsters. And yet you were crazy enough to think that it would all work out. Now your eye's gone, your arm's cut off, and no matter what you do, your chance of winning is 0. Now that it's come to this, you have no other choice. Use the killing bites. Yeah, but what can I do? I saw Mr. Okajima's technique once before, but he never actually taught me how to do it. Don't play dumb. You know exactly how to do it. Eh? What? If you're going to kill her, then first, you'll have to kill me, right? She looks surprised. And not just me, but also the people you've depended on. Friends like Tasuku and Nodoka Uzaki. You must kill us all. Your human connections, your human regrets. As long as you refuse to cut these off, you'll never become a genuine beast. And it ends there. And now I have to wait. Man, I just want so much more from Killing Bites all the time. I wish this was a weekly series, Alright, well, that's it for that, I guess. Okay, very fun. I want more. I can't sit and wait for more. Okay, well, that's it for today. So I'm going to go try to get this video done and everything. Thank you for being here. I thought it was really good. I don't really care about Tomi and Guy Nozomu. I always forget the main character's name because he's not important anymore. I don't care anymore. I care about Pure. I am full Pure best main character. I don't care about Hitomi as the former main character. Nozomu? But yeah, I am excited for this fight. I want more of it. I want to see what happens next. I wonder again if this is going to be toward the end of the series. Because again, it's a very, very, very slow-moving plot with only just a teeny bit of progression every month. So I don't know how much longer it's going to keep up, but I love it personally, so I'm still here. But yeah, the weight's killing me. Thank you. If you still like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of these chapters, my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Killing Bites, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you would like to help support the channel by sharing or dropping a super thanks, those are appreciated. If you want to help support the channel by becoming a patron or channel member, I could have brought this up. Then just hit join down below to become a member. Go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you to people who are already patrons and channel members. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls, Efronono, JA, and VD Ban, Sheridan students, David Langstaff and Folded Ghoul, Slayer candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Elements, Pate Ardial, and also the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being here, for watching. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Hey, there's a bunch of other manga that's going to be on the channel. Stick around, watch me read more manga, talk about more manga. Thank you. See you all next time.